Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to uncrate the Bell Moto-9s Flexthe. Before we jump in and break down this new Bell helmet, go ahead and subscribe. That helps us keep bringing you the best gear content in the galaxy. Okay, what is a Moto-9s Flexthe and why is it different from the old Bell Moto-9? Well, what they decided to do after the Moto-10 came out was they didn't want to just trash the Moto-9. It's got a lot of awesome technology that they spent a lot of R&D dollars on. People really like the helmet, they like the fit, they like all the goodies. Why not keep making that helmet at a more affordable price point and really fill out their line all the way from the MX-9, Moto-9s Flexthe, and then the Moto-10. So that's what they've done here. So you're going to save some cash. It is not going to have a carbon shell. It's going to instead have a fiberglass composite shell that helps bring the price down. Adds a touch of weight, but still relatively lightweight at 3.5-ish pounds. Price point, $549 makes one yours. Some of the replicas and other graphics move up from there. I think the Tomac, at the time we're making this video, is $639-ish. And this Tomac helmet is just super badass. Am I the only one that likes Tomac? He's so hard. Like, it seems like everybody likes Tomac now. He's so hard not to root for. It just seems like such a cool guy, right? This graphic is pretty sweet. Fresh off the boat. These probably won't last long, so if you want one, go over to speedx.com and get one right now. Homologations or safety standards, we got the DOT, and instead of ECE, they've gone SNELL 2020 on this one. So if you're looking for one of those guys that wants a SNELL helmet, here you go, SNELL 2020. Extra small through 2XL, and the fit, same as the old Moto-9, same as most Bell motocross helmets, so if you know your size, stick to that. From what I've been seeing, just probably due to supply chain, the sizes are coming in small through XL, so if you got a bigger head, you're one of those 2X guys, or you're extra small, you might need to wait a little bit for the other sizes to show up on the boat. I think they're prioritizing the middle of that sizing range, right? Okay, so that's the fit. Make sure to go by the Bell sizing chart at Speed Addicts, and remember, not only will you have faster lap times and look sexier if you buy your next helmet from Speed Addicts, we also cover return shipping. So if you have a problem with fit or you just decide you don't like it, as long as it's new in the original packaging, we will pay to bring it back here. Okay, enough with my shameless plugs. Let's talk about this helmet because there's lots to talk about. Adjustable visor, we'll start there. There's no center support. There are only 2 screws on the side, and you can tighten and loosen those and then adjust. Got a fair amount of adjustment out of this visor, and it does have these cool screws that flip up. So you don't need a tool, you don't need a screwdriver. You flip this up, and it's got a little wing on it, and then you just twist away, you're ready to go. These are meant to shear off in case of an accident, which is nice because it will save your neck. Ventilation, you can tell by looking at this guy, all these ducts, okay? So you got intake, intake, intake. You got chin bar, you got gills. This helmet flows a lot of air, not only because it's got a bunch of holes in the front of it, but the EPS foam liner has 5 layers. It's all segmented. There's ducts, there's channels. It flows a lot. Look at the back. When you hold this up to the sun, you can actually see, you can see the ports inside and the channels inside of the EPS right through this grill. So you hold this thing up to the sun, you can see the sun coming through from the inside of the helmet. Comfort liner is also made smart, so the air that's going through gets onto your head. Yeah, flows a lot of air. Okay, large eye port, which is important. You want to get your air brakes or the biggest, Armegas or whatever from 100% to fit. You will be covered there. Remember, the #1 point of entry for air on a motocross helmet is around the goggle, so hopefully you have a little bit of room to spare, and that's going to get air onto your melon. What else can we talk about? The lines are just good looking. They didn't change any of that from the original Bell Moto-9, and the colorways are always good. Bell works with good designers, so we like that. Let's flip this over and check out what's inside. Okay, the one thing that every helmet company should do, well, 2. #1 is the magnetic chin strap retainer. Wait, ready? Here we go. Can you hear it on the mic? Oh yeah, that's sweet, right? It just finds itself. You're not searching for it. That's valuable riding time you're losing looking for that snap. This Magnifusion just like finds itself. Down here on the D-rings, you can see established in 1954 because Bell's the OG helmet maker. Also packed into here, safety features, emergency quick release cheek pads that are also magnetic. So EMS needs to get you out of this helmet tenderly. They're going to go ahead and pull these, hopefully more tenderly than that. And you see these little dimples, those are magnets. And so this thing just pops back in. These are the coolest cheek pads in the whole industry. Whew, so nice, so nice. So you want to wash it. They're getting funky. Speaking of funk, hopefully don't get too funky because this is made with the Bell Ecstatic silver impregnated fabric that keeps microbes, nasty microbes, stinky microbes from growing into your cheek pads and headliners. Okay, with that out of the way, you can see there are no speaker pockets here. Doesn't mean you couldn't smush a speaker in there. I think there's a fair amount of room in that ear pocket, so you could get one in place, but they're not giving you one out of the box. And they just finish every bit of this helmet. You know, it's not just raw foam or EPS in here. They got a little pattern, kind of cool. You got an EPP material here that's extra padding in the face area. The mouthpiece can be exchanged if you break it. Also, let's talk about eject. So this helmet is eject ready. Once I get this pretty comfort liner out of the way, you're going to see that eject recess. Eject is a bladder that's sold separately that installs in the top of the helmet, and that's another safety feature for EMS to use to help inflate that bladder, and it's going to scoot the helmet off of your head. And it just has a little a spout that EMS plugs into and pumps up to pull the helmet off your head. So this is eject ready, sold separately. Okay, let's talk about that liner. So this is the same liner from the Moto-9 Flexthe that they're using here, the EPS liner. It's 5 layers. It's meant to control angular momentum, because when you hit the ground, it's not just a linear boom, right? You're not falling out of a plane straight onto the ground. You're moving forward as you're falling. And not me, I didn't figure this out, but the smart people figured out that rotational energy is actually causing a tearing in your brain tissue, and they need to manage that angular momentum better. Well, this 5-layer EPS foam is meant to control that and allow your head to slip inside of the helmet when you hit the dirt instead of just being stiff. Let's move this comfort liner out of the way. It is pretty. Snap this out of the way. Kind of a unique design. 4 snaps. Here we go. Boom. There's your liner. Pretty cool. Says Flex on it. Washable. Don't put it in the machine. It'll get torn up. Okay. There we are. Also, underneath there, their little eject label fell out of place. But what you do is you remove this stickum, and then you got your little channel here for your eject system to plug in. Here's their little marketing puck. I'll put back into place. You got your SNELL labels, and you can see all the channels and the way this thing is made. It really flows a lot of air. Bell is standing behind this Moto-9s Flexthe with a 5-year warranty, which is about 3 years longer than the industry standard. We always like that. Head over to SPX.com to shop for your next motocross helmet, be it the Moto-9s Flexthe or something else. We've got thousands of helmets in stock every day over at SPX.com. We appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.